2026 is just around the corner, and with a new year comes a lot of new game releases.
A lot of new game releases, like I'm not even joking. 2025 was already pretty stacked, but 2026 is looking to be another big one, so, you know, rest in peace my wallet, I guess. But yeah, I thought it'd be fun to talk about my most anticipated games of 2026, and I want to get the obvious one out of the way. Resident Evil Requiem. This is going to be on everyone's most anticipated list. It's Resident Evil Requiem. It's the 9th entry, and Leon's coming back. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Literally, I've nothing else to add. I'm just really excited for it. Another one I'm excited for is Crysoul Theatre of Idols. Now, this one is unique because it's the only one in this list that has a demo you can play, and from what I've played of the demo, it looks incredibly promising. I mean, even from the announcement trailer, it looked promising. It's like a first-person survival horror game, but it has a lot of focus on blood. Like, you use blood to get resources like ammo and health. You find dead bodies and like corpses of animals and people on the street, and you absorb the blood from them, and that refills your health and your ammo, because you actually use your health to refill your ammunition. It's like a risk-reward type system, and it works really well for a survival horror. And what else it has going for it is the aesthetic. It looks incredible. Oh, and we can't have a fucked up survival horror game without fucked up looking enemies. And Theatre of Idols has a heavy focus on mannequins and dolls, which right up my alley because dolls scare the shit out of me. I was scared of Chucky until I was 23. I'm admitting that here first, fellas. It's embarrassing as shit.
I always come back!
Yeah, this game's gonna shit me up. It doesn't help that the mannequin enemies act a lot like the necromorphs from Dead Space. Like, headshotting these things will not take them down. Each part of them can move on its own. You can literally strip the entire top half of one and leave nothing but legs left, and it will still kick you in the balls. It is just an awesome game. The only downside that I experienced from the demo is it has the dialogue equivalent of yellow paint.
There's no point in fighting. Just better to hide.
I wish this trend would just die out, or they just made the main character silent. I know for a fact I'm probably going to be muting the voice audio when I play this one. The next 2026 game that I'm very excited for is Restitched. Now, this one's pretty unique because it's not 100% confirmed that it's coming in 2026. In fact, the release date is just up in the air altogether. But this is a spiritual successor to Little Big Planet, and if you don't know me, I fucking love Little Big Planet, man. That shit is my shit. One of my first viral videos was on Little Big Planet on the main channel. That shit, I don't know how that got so many views, but it seemed like a lot of people resonated with what I was saying on that, and a lot of people grew up playing P. And Restitched originally was a fan-made Little Big Planet game for PC that Sony took down because they hate fun and they love sitting on IPs and doing nothing with them. So they've rebranded it to Restitched, and instead of playing as Sackboy, you're playing as a stuffed bear, which is probably the smartest direction to go to avoid copyright. From what I've seen, it looks like it plays incredibly well. It looks very faithful to Little Big Planet whilst also being its own unique thing at the same time, and I know for a fact I'm going to play the shit out of this one when it inevitably comes out in the future, hopefully in 2026. One that I know is coming out in 2026 is Onimusha, another Capcom game. I just really like the look of this one. I've played the original Onimusha, and it's like this weird Resident Evil feudal Japan hack and slash type game. It's a very unique experience, and the new Onimusha it just looks incredible. It still has that creepy like horror atmosphere, but the combat has been heavily expanded upon. A lot of people compare it to Sekiro because there's like a bit of parrying mechanics. I don't think it's like Sekiro. To me, it looks like Ghost of Tsushima combat, which is great because the best part of that game was the combat, and Onimusha looks like it took that and made it even better. And you're not just fighting boring people, you're fighting horrific yokai abomination creatures from the underworld, and it just looks like a great time. I'm very excited for this one. And whilst we're talking about spooky things, Reanimal. I also played the demo of this one, and it just freaked me out. There's like a bunch of weird skin people that slither after you, and this guy who I'm guessing also skins you if he catches you. It just feels like a massive expansion on the Little Nightmares formula. If you don't already know, Reanimal is being made by the Little Nightmare developers, and this just feels like a huge step up to them. This feels like the real Little Nightmares 3, and not whatever the fuck Bandai Namco published not too long ago. I don't know, I haven't played Little Nightmares 3. I just haven't heard any good things about it. I have played the demo of Reanimal, and it was an amazing experience that scared the shit out of me. Also gonna have online co-op, so yeah, I'm very excited for this one. I think it's just gonna be peak. Speaking of peak, Hyperfunk. This is by the Bomb Rush Cyberfunk people, which, if you don't already know, is kind of like a spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio. And Hyperfunk just, well, it just looks like an even bigger and better version of what they were going for in Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, and it looks incredible. Now let's move on to Gang of Dragon. The reason why I'm excited for Gang of Dragon and not Yakuza Kiwami 3 is because of all the controversy going on. I don't know what's going on over at RGG and Sega, you know, hiring a fucking sex pest and delisting all the Yakuza games and giving us a shitty Yakuza 0 director's cut. I could go into all of that, and they are in their flop era right now, which is why I'm excited for Gang of Dragon, because it's by the original director of the Yakuza series, and it's very obvious that it is gonna be like Yakuza, which is creating competition for RGG, which means they'll fucking hopefully pull their socks up, do the right thing for once in a while. The stupid twats. But yeah, I am still excited for Kiwami 3, but I'm more excited for Gang of Dragon because of what's going on. It also looks visually amazing. They didn't really show any gameplay, but I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be good. I trust this guy. I trust him. Nioh 3. Now, I love Nioh 1 and Nioh 2. I think they are the best Souls-like games. I would even say that Nioh 2 rivals some of the Dark Souls games as my favorite. It's just so good. And Team Ninja never disappoints with Nioh, but in between Nioh 2 and Nioh 3, they made Rise of the Ronin and Wolong Fallen Dynasty. I didn't really like either of those games. Wolong just, I don't even know what to think of Wolong. It just it felt like a weird, like, we don't know what to do after Nioh type game. It didn't feel very well thought out, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe I just didn't get it, but I bounced off it pretty quick. Rise of the Ronin felt better combat wise, but it had a weird open world that was just an eyesore to look at, and it wasn't fun to explore in the slightest. Nioh 3 is also going for an open world approach, but I think it might be zone based rather than a massive open world, and I think that's a much better approach because I'm hoping it's more densely packed with things to do. And supposedly it's going to take the Rise of the Ronin approach where it's still going to be mission based, just within those open zones. So it's basically, you can play the map from Nioh 2, if that makes sense. Like, you don't just select the mission, you're actually physically walking to the mission, which I don't know how to feel about. I'm not quite sure how to feel on that yet, but I trust Team Ninja. Now, my most anticipated game of 2026, and it's The Evil Within 3. We're definitely getting it in 2026, fellas. From the amount I've been talking about The Evil Within, surely Bethesda and Microsoft have been like, oh, we should give this IP back to Tango to make The Evil Within 3, just to make Proxidist happy, just to make Sam happy, you know. Yeah, all these sales we got from the winter sale on The Evil Within 1 and 2, clearly people want this series. We're going to make The Evil Within 3. It's definitely going to happen in 2026, fellas. 100% going to happen. Now, before I go, I want to give a huge thanks to my Patreon supporters. Pitstab, Bounce the Storm Productions, and Daniel Levchenko. Absolute legends. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. If you want to help support the channel, feel free to go on my Patreon. I post videos for this channel early on there, so you get to see what stupid shit I chat about before anyone else, and also see how I can incorporate The Evil Within into every single one of my videos. Yeah,